There are two ways to operate your mini blinds. The first one is to raise and lower them. That is usually done with a drawstring and is located on the right hand side or the left hand side depending on the type of blind you have. Either way, to raise your blinds you will pull straight down and pull them to the right side, away from the middle of the window. This will lock your blind open. Now to close them back, you again pull to the left side and just let the rope come up. This will lower your blinds. Do not just let go of the rope, as it will damage the blind. The next thing is when you do have them closed and you want to let just a little bit of sunlight in, you will take and use the wand. The wand is located here and you will turn it to the left in order to get it to open. You will turn it right to close it. Your apartment home will come with double pane windows. These are great insulation factors. They're also good noise reduction factors. One important thing to remember though, when your window is open, the only thing between you and the outside is a screen. This screen is not intended to stop anything from coming out of your apartment home or coming into your apartment home. Make sure your children and pets do not push against those screens, as it will not support their weight. Your apartment home is equipped with a central heating and air conditioning system. More than likely, you will have a heat pump system or an aquatherm system. Either way, both of those systems are controlled with your thermostat. Your thermostat is probably located in the hallway of your apartment home. Now the nice thing about it is, they work great. They keep us nice and comfortable during any season. What we suggest is during the winter months, you keep your thermostat between 66 and 68 degrees. During the summer months, between 74 and 76. Whatever your temperature decision is, please remember, set the thermostat, leave it alone. Raising and lowering the thermostat will actually cause you to use more electricity or more gas. So again, set the temperature and forget about it. We want to cover a few more safety topics with you. One of the most important areas of our apartment homes, of course, is the breezeway. This is our presentation to the outside world. It's also a place that you call home. We want to make sure that you follow a few simple rules. First rule is, do not store items in your breezeway. This is unsightly and it's also a hazard. The next thing is all of our breezeways have lighting. The lighting is located either on the wall or on the ceiling of your breezeway. If you ever notice a light is out, please make certain that you let our service associates know so they can get it replaced as soon as possible. The next thing we want to point out is all of our breezeways will have staircases. These staircases are very sturdy, but over time they can wiggle a little bit. If you notice one that is exceptionally wiggly, moves a little bit too much, or just doesn't look right, please let us know. Also let us know if there's any slip hazards on these staircases, such as debris, trash, or standing water. We need to take care of those as soon as possible for your safety. One thing we love about our apartment homes and your new home is our landscaping. We've invested a lot of time and energy into keeping up and making sure that your apartment home exterior is absolutely beautiful. We have lots of landscaping such as grass, bedding areas, and planting materials. We ask that you stay off of these areas to help maintain that beauty. Don't take shortcuts through the grassy and wooded areas. Always use our sidewalks and paths. They're designated for those use, and that way you know our landscaping will always be beautiful for you. Your new apartment home is equipped with an ABC fire extinguisher. This ABC designation lets us know that this fire extinguisher will put out just about any type of fire you have in your apartment home. We ask that you use your fire extinguisher only in extreme emergencies and only in facilities that have plenty of open airways. I'm going to demonstrate how to safely use your fire extinguisher and the best way to use it. The first thing you're going to notice, there's a red tab on top. This is a safety tab so that it cannot be accidentally discharged. Now, in order to use your fire extinguisher, the hole needs to be pointed away from you and away from any other persons. You'll grab the large lever on the bottom half of your handle and you will remove the red pin. When you do this, this handle will come up. This activates the fire extinguisher. This gives it a quick squeezing action that you can use. The top handle here is called the trigger. This is what you're actually going to squeeze in order to discharge the agents that are inside the fire extinguisher. Now, first thing you want to do, make sure you're pointing away from you. Grasp the container tightly with two hands. Point the fire extinguisher hole towards the base of the fire. Not to the side, not to the middle of it, to the base of the fire. When you squeeze the trigger, you'll feel the pressure push back against you. Just keep it aimed at the base of the fire. As you can see, a lot of dust, a lot of powder. Remember, these will make a big mess, but they are a life-saving item that you can have in your apartment home, okay? If you do use your fire extinguisher, please notify the management associates immediately so that we can take care of any damages to your apartment home and so we can replace it with a fresh one. One of the best amenities of your new apartment home is your maintenance personnel. Maintenance requests should be done by telephone or in writing to the business office. Our maintenance associates are available from 9 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. or as posted in your business office. They are also available for emergency on-call service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Fire, flood, sewer backup, and power loss are considered emergencies. If you do have a maintenance request and you have pets, please make certain that your pets are placed in an area where they will not be scared by our maintenance associates. We must reiterate that we do not have a schedule for the maintenance associates to be able to make appointments. I'm now going to cover the rules and regulations of your apartment home. The following rules and regulations were established and implemented so that everyone can enjoy their new apartment home. Failure to follow these rules and regulations may result in termination of your lease agreement. In the event of an emergency in your apartment home, please contact your business office to obtain the emergency on-call number. Your apartment home has a breezeway and walkways. Please remember that no items are permitted to be stored in any of these areas. Due to legal limitations, the property cannot be responsible for residents' personal belongings. We strongly recommend that all residents obtain their own renter's policy. Contact your local insurance provider to find out more information. Your new apartment home may have a patio or balcony. Your patio or balcony cannot have storage items left on it. If you do have patio furniture, that's more than welcome. If you decide to have plants on your patio also, please remember that the containers that your plants are in cannot hang from the balcony railings. They need to be in a container that helps capture water and stops it from leaking down to your neighbor. Your new community will have cable television available for each apartment home. If you choose to go with a satellite provider, please remember the few simple rules that we have. Number one, the satellite dish must be placed in accordance with our rules and regulations. Those rules and regulations are very easy to follow. The dish must be mounted either in a bucket or on a tripod. They must also be inside your patio or balcony. Any satellite dishes found outside of your balcony area or not in compliance with our rules and regulations will be removed at the resident's expense. A lot of our residents enjoy outdoor cooking. Please remember the following rules. Outdoor cooking is not permitted on your patio, your balcony, or within a minimum of 20 feet of any building or structure. Your community may provide an outdoor cooking area. Please make sure that you and your guests remember to use these locations when available. Outdoor cooking equipment is also not permitted to be stored on your patio or balcony. Propane bottles, charcoal grills, items to that effect, are not permitted on your patio or balcony. Your new apartment homes comes with window coverings, whether they're community provided or resident provided. If they're resident provided, please remember that your window coverings must be white or have a white shade. If they're community provided, they need to be kept in good order. Any damage done to the window coverings is the responsibility of the resident. Please remember that tinfoil, linens, towels, and signs are not permitted as window coverings. Your community parking lot and drive area will have posted speed limits. This speed limit is 10 miles per hour unless otherwise posted. Your community may also provide controlled access. With the controlled access, you may have an access code. All residents must agree that the access code will be used for personal use only and not distributed to family, friends, and other persons. Your community also may have parking permits. These parking permits must be displayed in the lower left-hand corner of your rear window. If your vehicle has a soft rear window, your parking permit needs to be placed in the lower left-hand corner of the windshield. Your community parking lot is something that we all use. We have certain rules and regulations with our parking areas also. To begin with, any type of recreational vehicles, such as motorcycles, campers,